We're pleased to welcome back to Dairy Business News Dr. Michael Brouck of Kansas State University. I'm your host, Joel Hastings, and today we'll be talking about the Western Dairy Management Conference, the 16th in this series that's held every other year. Mike, welcome back to Dairy Business.
Well, thank you, Joel, and it's great to be back with you guys and talking about another edition of the Western Dairy Management Conference.
That's for sure. The last time it was held in 2021, but it was in the fall due to COVID travel issues, and it returns this year to its more traditional late winter time slot. Tell us what's in store for us.
We're really excited about moving the conference back to our normal time over the years. And so we'll be February 27th on a Monday. Registration will start that evening, and then the conference will start then the next morning right away at 8 o'clock. And we've got our platinum sponsor pre-conference program on Tuesday morning, and really great lineup coming in there. So this is a 30-minute time slot for each of our platinum sponsors to provide a speaker and a topic of their choice. And we'll have 4 different rooms running simultaneously. So we'll go through 24 different presentations, and attendees will have a chance to choose between those different choices each of the 6 times that we offer that time slot. So presentations during that time will only be given once. So encourage you to take a careful look at the schedule and choose. They're really, really great presentations. And again, they're at the choice of the platinum sponsors. So some of those will contain some information about managing your dairy. Others might contain updates about products or other things that might be available through that particular sponsor. So, this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th time we've done this. It's always been a hit. It's very fast paced. So as you go from room to room, but there's a lot of great information that comes out of the pre-conference program. DMI, Dairy Management Inc., will be back with us and helping us with a panel that afternoon to talk about some of the things going on with consumers, some of the things that are going on in marketing, and how that's changing our opportunities, not only here in this country, but also abroad as they look at opportunities to continue to export more product to other places. Also that afternoon, we're excited to get an update on what might be in the 2023 Farm Bill. I know many of our producers and industry partners are very interested in what might be coming as we look down the road and how that might impact the dairy industry. On Tuesday evening, we look forward to a lot of sponsor receptions, as we always have had in the past, and just opportunity to rub shoulders with various producers and industry partners that we have. Corey Geiger will be helping us with a panel that's looking at what is the future of ag labor. So as we look at introducing robotics to our dairy, or looking at other ways we can change our labor force on a dairy, I think it'll be helpful with this. With that, we're also going to have some presentations on things like practical control of disease and dairy herds, some of the things that we should be looking at there, taking a look at some of the new things that are available to manage milk fever. Particularly the emphasis here will be on late lactation cows. Pat Hoffman will be helping us with that. Kevin Duvetter is going to talk about some information that they've been working on as far as when should we get cows pregnant. And it probably depends, are we talking a first lactation animal, a second lactation animal, or a third and greater lactation animal. Mike Overton is going to join us, talk about a little bit about what we might want to think about in terms of, how much sex semen do we use on our dairy? Where do we need to be? What targets for our replacement heifer herd, and how does that impact us as well. Going to hear a little bit about some of the things that are going to that are currently going on in Europe with calf rearing. Jennifer Van Oz is going to be there to share some of those things. Probably will have an impact on us in the future, and we're excited to see that topic and learn more about what's going on across the pond in that regard. Bob James is going to talk about looking at your calf program, looking at some of the sustainability issues that go around that. In the past couple of years, we've had significant wildfires in the West, and Amy Skiebel is going to be presenting some data she's collected on what the impact has been from smoke as cattle have been exposed to that and how that's impacted our dairy herds in the West. Thursday, we run through noon. We'll start a little bit earlier, going to hear some topics that include issues that we see in feeding our 2022 corn silage. John Gieser will be talking about that and looking at some of the regional differences across the United States that they're seeing through their various labs and samples that they see. Amber Adams Progar is going to talk about controlling starlings. Usually a good time of the year to talk about that is this time of year as we are impacted by starlings across our dairy herds in the U.S. We're also going to talk a little bit about water utilization and the efficiency of that. Dr. Harner is going to share with that, and Paul Breicher is going to talk about milking management, and particularly what we might need to think about in terms of milk flow. And, do we need to do a full prep, or is some sort of minimal prep okay? And they have some new data from larger herds that he is going to be sharing. So really excited about the layout of the program and the many different topics that we're going to be able to present at this conference.
Now, Mike, the conference will once again be in Reno, Nevada, and it's going to be at the Peppermill Casino and Resort, which has been at the facility in recent times. There's also a deadline for registration coming up that you might want to speak about, both for conference tickets, the early bird pricing, and also hotel reservations.
Yes, we always have to have deadlines, and there is a deadline that's coming up. So our early bird registration fee for the conference itself is deadline for that will be February 6th. So early bird registration is $390 per person. After that point, it'll be $425 per person. As far as the hotel goes, the sleeping rooms need to make those reservations as well by February 6th to ensure that you have a sleeping room for the conference. Want to remind you that if you do make reservations at the Peppermill, make sure that you do those through our WDMC.org website so you get the conference rate. We have negotiated a special rate for rooms that does include the resort fee there at the hotel. So make sure you go through the website to get to that.
That's great. And I expect the details that you just highlighted in the content will be appearing there shortly as well, and people can see that full schedule.
Yep.
And I know you're working with us and other media partners, and we'll be pushing out information for folks too. But we really appreciate this preview, and we appreciate you taking time to be with us at Dairy Business News.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and look forward to seeing everybody in Reno.
Dr. Mike Brouck from Kansas State and the Western Dairy Management Conference. Thanks for being with us. This is Joel Hastings for Dairy Business News.